Welcome to the Wisdom Path. If you are someone who wants to understand how technology shapes success and how to stay ahead in a world where everything seems to be changing, you are in the right place. Today, we're going to explore a surprising idea. Technology might not be the key to success you think it is. In fact, some experts argue that technology no longer gives companies an advantage at all. Is this true? And if so, what does create lasting success? Stay with me to find out. And if you enjoy content like this, make sure to subscribe to The Wisdom Path for more insights into business, psychology, and personal growth. The illusion of competitive advantage. Let's start with a simple question. Is technology still a competitive advantage? Many people assume that it is. We see big companies investing millions in new software, AI, automation, and data systems. But here's the twist. History tells us that most breakthrough technologies eventually become common and stop giving companies an edge. The pattern of disruption. This isn't new. Let's look at history. The steam engine, 1800s. When trains first appeared, businesses near railway stations had a massive advantage over others. But soon, railroads spread, and everyone had access to them. Suddenly, it wasn't about having a railway connection. It was about how well you used it. Electricity, 1900s. At first, factories that switched from steam to electricity had an advantage. But within decades, electricity became standard. No company could compete just by saying, "Hey, we have power." The internet, 2000s. Companies that moved online early had an edge. But today, every business has a website, email, and online marketing. Now the same thing is happening with IT, information technology. At one time, having advanced computer systems, networks, and software was a big deal. But now, every company has access to the same tools. The problem with relying on technology. Let me tell you a story. Back in the early days of air travel, American Airlines created Sabre, a super advanced reservation system. It was a game changer. They could book tickets faster, manage flights better, and give customers a smoother experience. For a while, no other airline could compete. But what happened next? Other airlines built their own systems. Soon, everyone had the same technology, and American Airlines lost its unique advantage. This is a perfect example of what happens with all major technologies. They start as a strategic advantage, but then they become a basic requirement. Brian Tracy once said, "Winners make a habit of manufacturing their own positive expectations in advance of the event." The same is true for business. The best companies don't wait for technology to give them an edge. They create their own advantages. What really drives success? If technology alone isn't the answer, then what is? Here's the truth. Real success comes from what you do with the tools you have, not the tools themselves. Think about two restaurants. They both have the same high-tech kitchen equipment, the same online ordering system, and the same delivery apps. But one is always packed, and the other is struggling. Why? Because success isn't about the technology. It's about customer experience. How do they treat their guests? Marketing strategy? How do they attract people? Leadership and vision? Do they have a clear mission? Innovation and adaptability? Are they constantly improving? A company can have the best IT system in the world, but if their service is terrible or their products are boring, they will still fail. The mindset shift. Instead of thinking, "What new technology will help me win?" successful leaders ask, "How can I use what I have better than anyone else? How can I combine tools in a way that no one else does? What strategies will set me apart?" Take Netflix as an example. Many people think Netflix won because they had the best streaming technology. But that's not true. Other companies had the same, or even better technology. What made Netflix win? Their business model and strategy. They focused on subscription-based streaming before anyone else. The lesson: it's not the tool, but how you use it. To wrap up this first part, let's be clear. Technology matters, but only if you use it wisely. Just having the latest tools isn't enough. The real secret to success is strategy, creativity, and execution. In the next part, we'll go deeper. We'll explore why some companies waste millions on technology with no real impact, how you can avoid the IT money pit in your own business or career, what steps you can take to build a lasting competitive advantage beyond technology, the IT money pit, why companies waste millions. Let's talk about a common mistake: throwing money at technology, expecting it to solve all problems. Many companies make this mistake, believing that more technology equals more success. But often, the opposite happens. They spend millions on new IT systems, only to realize later they don't actually need half the features. Their employees don't use it properly. The new system slows down their workflow instead of improving it. The myth of the next big thing. Remember 3D TVs? Tech companies pushed them hard, saying they were the future of entertainment. Yet within a few years, they disappeared. Why? Because people didn't actually need or want them. The same thing happens in business. Companies invest in the latest IT tools, convinced they will change everything, only to realize later that the real problems weren't technology-related at all. A costly mistake: Nike's $400 million failure. Nike once spent $400 million on a new IT system designed to improve inventory management. Sounds like a great idea, right? The problem? The system was too complex. Employees weren't properly trained to use it. It created more problems than it solved. The result? Nike lost $100 million in sales because their inventory system ordered too much of the wrong product and too little of what customers actually wanted. This is what happens when companies focus on technology instead of strategy. Technology should support strategy, not replace it. Technology is a tool, not a solution. The best companies start with a strong strategy and then use technology to support it, not the other way around. Think of it like this: a chef doesn't become great because they have the best knife. It's their skill that makes the difference. A musician doesn't become famous just by buying an expensive guitar. It's their talent and practice that matter. The same is true for business. You can have the best IT system in the world, but if you don't have the right strategy, you won't succeed. How to avoid the IT money pit. So, how can you avoid falling into the trap of overspending on technology? Here are some practical strategies you can apply. 1. Don't buy technology just because it's new. Companies often fall into the trap of thinking, if our competitors have it, we need it too. But that's not always true. Before investing in any new IT system, ask yourself, will this directly improve customer experience? Will this save money or increase efficiency? Do we already have a simpler solution that works? If you can't answer yes to these questions, you don't need the technology. 2. Use what you already have. Most businesses already have the tools they need, but they aren't using them effectively. Instead of buying new software, focus on training employees to fully use existing systems, automating small tasks that free up time for more important work, eliminating unnecessary steps in your workflow. In other words, make better use of what you have before spending money on something new. 3. Look at IT as a utility, not an advantage. IT is becoming like electricity, something every company has, but not something that sets you apart. Instead of thinking, how can we use technology to beat our competitors? Ask, how can we improve customer service? How can we build a stronger brand? How can we make smarter business decisions? These are the real competitive advantages, not technology. What really creates lasting success? So if technology isn't the secret to success, what is? 1. Unique business models. Companies that win aren't the ones with the best technology. They're the ones with the best business models. Take Amazon. People think their success is all about their technology, but that's not true. What made Amazon dominate the market was their business strategy, customer obsession, fast shipping, easy returns, and excellent service. Prime membership, locking in loyal customers with perks. Massive logistics network, so they could deliver faster than competitors. The technology they use is great, but it's their strategy that makes them unbeatable. Second, branded trust. Think about Apple. Do they have the best technology? Not necessarily. Many Android phones have better specs. But people buy Apple products because they trust the brand. They love the simplicity and design. They feel a connection to Apple's products. Apple doesn't win by having the best hardware. They win because of their brand and customer loyalty. 3. Innovation and customer experience. The best companies innovate not just in technology, but in how they serve their customers. For example, Zappos built a billion-dollar shoe business by focusing on customer service, not technology. Tesla changed the car industry not just with electric vehicles, but with a unique sales model, selling directly to consumers instead of through dealerships. Great companies don't just use technology, they rethink how they do business. To wrap up this part, technology is not a magic bullet, it's just a tool. Don't waste money on IT unless it directly improves your business. Real competitive advantages come from business strategy, customer experience, and branding, not just technology. The leadership mindset. How the best CEOs think differently. There's a reason why some people lead great companies while others struggle. It all comes down to how they think about technology, strategy, and competition. The best leaders don't just ask, what technology should we invest in? They ask, how can we use technology better than anyone else? What are the real needs of our customers? How can we create something unique that no one else can copy? Example, Jeff Bezos and Amazon's real advantage. Many people think Amazon won because of technology, their AI automation or cloud computing. But Jeff Bezos never focused on tech for its own sake. Instead, he focused on customer obsession. Checkmark faster delivery than competitors. A marketplace with unlimited product choices. Prime membership to keep customers loyal. Amazon's success isn't about having the best technology. It's about how they use it to create an unbeatable experience. Why you need to think like a business owner. Even if you're an employee, even if you don't run a company, this mindset matters. If you're an employee, start thinking like a leader. The most successful people don't just follow orders, they find ways to create value in their work. If you're an entrepreneur, focus on solving problems, not chasing the latest trends. The best business ideas come from understanding what people need, not just adding more technology. Tony Robbins once said, "Success is 80% psychology and 20% mechanics." This means your mindset matters more than the tools you use. What the future holds. AI, automation, and the next big shift. Many people fear that technology is replacing jobs. AI, automation, and robots are changing industries at an incredible speed. But here's the reality. Technology replaces tasks, not people. The winners are those who learn how to adapt and innovate. The two kinds of workers in the future. As technology advances, the workforce will divide into two groups. 1. Those who rely on technology, people who let machines and AI do all the work. These workers will struggle because they can be easily replaced. 2. Those who leverage technology, people who use AI and automation to become more productive, creative, and valuable. These people will always have opportunities. How to stay ahead in a changing world. To succeed in a future driven by AI and automation, you need to develop skills that AI can't replace. Creativity, leadership, Emotional intelligence and strategic thinking will always be in demand. Keep learning. The most successful people are always improving, reading books, learning new skills, and adapting to change. Think like an entrepreneur. Even if you work for a company, treat your job like a business. Find ways to improve processes, deliver value, and stand out. Final lesson. Technology alone won't make you successful. At the end of the day, technology is just a tool. It can help, but it won't guarantee success. What really matters is your ability to think strategically, your creativity in solving problems, your leadership and vision for the future. Final example, the story of two businesses. Let's imagine two small businesses selling coffee. Business A invests in the latest tech, an automated ordering system, fancy AI-powered espresso machines, and even a robotic barista. But they ignore customer experience, and their service is cold and impersonal. Business B keeps things simple. They don't have as much tech, but they train their baristas to remember customers' names, create a cozy atmosphere, and build real relationships with their customers. Which one wins in the long run? Business B. Why? Because customers care more about how they feel than the technology behind the business. To wrap up this series, let's remember, technology is not the secret to success. It's how you use it that matters. Focus on strategy, customer experience, and leadership. The future belongs to those who adapt, learn, and create value beyond technology. If you found this valuable, make sure to subscribe to The Wisdom Path and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Drop a comment below. What do you think is the biggest challenge in today's tech-driven world? See you in the next video.